Welcome to White Noise Stories, not only from Reddit, but also Facebook, Tumblr, and wherever I can find them. Entitled Mom Tried to Tase Me, Got Arrested, posted by u/ToastyBay6. So I'm only 14, turning 15 in June. I know, this doesn't sound believable that a 14 years old would have an entitled mom encounter, but there are probably many people under my age that have encountered an entitled mom. By the way, I'm Australian, so you might see that some words are spelled different, like mom is spelled mom here. Keep in mind too, tasers are illegal in Australia, so I don't know where this woman got this taser from. But anyway, let's get on to this story. So this was back in 2018, I was 13 at the time. My mom and I went to the medical center. It's like a hospital but smaller, and it's more for checkups for injuries and or illnesses. I brought my Nintendo Switch with me because my mom was gonna be in the other room with the doctor while I was sitting outside by myself, so I brought my Switch so I can entertain myself. I inserted my Super Smash Bros. Game, because that was only recently released and I've been a really big fan of Smash Bros. Like my whole life. While I'm playing as Cloud, my main at the time, here comes the Karen. Same old Karen hair, acrylic nails, jeans, black shirt, gigantic sunnies, sunglasses, and a little brat. She was on the phone with someone when she was at the front counter. The lady at the front counter greets her with a desk lady. Hello, how are you today? Are you in for an appointment? She scuffs and answers very rudely. Entitled Mom. On the phone, erg, hold up one sec. I have to deal with this rude person who cannot tell I'm on the phone. Goodness me, some people. Puts the phone down. Yes, I'm here for an appointment. My name is Entitled Mom, and I'm here for an appointment for my child Entitled Kid at 5:15 p.m. She does all the paperwork stuff, blah blah blah, boring shit, and, unfortunately for me, she chooses to sit next to me, or an Entitled Kid sat next to me and Entitled Mom sat next to him, so the seating arrangement was Entitled Mom. Entitled Kid. Me. I'm playing my game, just minding my own business when Entitled Kid just starts a conversation with me. Entitled Kid. OMG, is that a Nintendo Switch? Me. Oh, yeah. Entitled Kid. And are you playing Super Smash Bros? Me. Yup. Entitled Kid. Can I have a turn? I hate being nice to people. My brain didn't really process anything about how I'm talking to a son of a Karen, and so I said yes. I pulled out both Joy-Cons and we started playing. As we're picking the characters, he gives me a grin and says, Entitled Kid. Now, don't start crying when I beat you because I'm like the best at this game. Didn't know you could be the best at the game when it had only been out for a few days. I destroyed him, because he really had no idea what he was doing. We played 5 lives, unlimited time, only smash ball, blah blah blah. Entitled Kid. No 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 no. This controller is broken, you're a hacker, you're bad. I tried to hold back laughter because of how funny his reaction was, but also a little embarrassed that he screamed it out in front of people, and some people stared at me like I was his sibling for something like that. Me. Okay, well, it was fun playing. I take the Joy-Con of him and reattach both of them to my Switch. As I walk to another spot, just to get away from them, they follow me. This time, I am in between both of them. Entitled Mom stares me down. I could see hell in her eyes, just the blazing hot fire staring directly into my soul. Entitled Mom. Why did you move away from us? Me. Because I feel uncomfortable that 2 random strangers are sitting next to me even though there are like 20 other seats open for you to sit in. Entitled Mom. Oh, come on, stop your complaining, it's not that bad at all. Anyway, you made my son upset by beating him in your game, and I am really pissed off about that, so I feel like you should give your device to my son. Me. No. This is my console, I don't know where this come from. It's just a game, he lost. It's not something to just take someone's console for. This is my property and it's going to stay that way. Entitled Mom. Don't you talk smack to me. Also, you're too old to be playing games anyway. I was 13, what the frick is this woman talking about? And my baby did so well in his spelling bee, and I need to give him a gift to show how proud I am. This kid was like 8, the hardest word he could spell was probably between. So give me the console now. She reaches out for the switch and I quickly hop out of my seat and walk further away from her. She hops off her chair and storms towards me. My heart completely stopped. I cannot handle stuff like this very well. She looks around the room as she comes towards me and gives a Grinch grin. Entitled Mom. Help! Help! Somebody! This little sheet stole my child's portable Xbox. That's literally what she called it. However, her brother whispered in her ear it was a Nintendo Switch, so she screamed it out afterwards. Entitled Kid. Stopping me stole my Nintendo Switch and I want it back. My mom must have overheard this whole conversation from inside, so she comes storming out of the room and wonders what's going on. Entitled Mom had no idea she was my mom, so she sang to her. Entitled Mom. This little brat stole my child's console. Could you call the police please and have this boy arrested for theft? My mom. No. That is my son and we both put money together to pay for that. I know for a fact that's mine cause I have the receipt for it. She pulls out the receipt. Entitled Mom face goes bright red for a second. Entitled Mom. She stole my receipt. My mom. How would I have time to steal the receipt if I have been in the doctor's room the entire time? Entitled Mom is speechless. Entitled Mom. She storms straight towards me. Get the frick over here, you little sheet, and give me the switch. She tripped over in front of me. I started snickering. Then she grabbed my foot and took me down. Then this old bloke stands up. He looked like a biker, jean jacket, tattoos, sunnies, long beard, bandana. He stands up and defends me. He grabbed her arms and folded them over to her back, basically pinning her to the ground. Entitled Kid screams, cries and grabs the guy's beard and yanks it. I am nowhere close to having a beard, but I felt that for some reason. He lets go of Entitled Mom and falls back on the ground. Entitled Mom gets up and grabs a taser out of her bag. Again, tasers are illegal in Australia, and charges at me. I used to do karate back when I was 12, but I sucked at it and left as a yellow belt, but boy did all those lessons pay off. I knock her arm out of the way and kick her right in the stomach, probably the best I could do in karate. This was self-defense, so I couldn't get fined for assault. The cops arrive. Someone probably called the police when the whole "he took my Nintendo Switch" argument started. They take her to the opposite side of the room and ask my mom and I to sit down at another area, along with Hero as well. I couldn't hear much of it, but all I can remember is her yelling, "He took my son's property and I was trying to get it back. He pinned me to the ground. She stole the receipt for the Switch. He kicked me in the stomach." My mom was asking what happened, so I explained the entire story. After the cops finally calmed her down, they come to us. Cop 1. Okay, so can someone explain what happened throughout this entire situation? I want to hear it from your point of view. I explained how I was playing with my Switch and her Brad wanted to play, so I allowed him because I'm too nice for some damn reason. Then they were trying to steal it from me. Then when I refused to give it to them, Entitled Mom accused me of stealing. Then when she got busted and caught lying, she tried to attack me with an illegal weapon. Then Hero saved me, blah blah blah. You heard the story. My mom showed the receipt and ID that proves that the receipt is hers, because it had her name on it. Cop 2. Goodness gracious me. Would you like to press charges? Me and my mom. Yes, most definitely. So entitled mom was charged for child abuse, emotionally, cause it put me through a lot of stress and I was scared for my life as a 13 years old, carrying an illegal weapon which was such a stupid thing to do, and apparently she had done a whole lot more things than this a long time ago, so she got charged for a whole lot of other reasons and got jail time for 5 years. Entitled kid had to go to his dad, who we met up after the whole incident. He was such a chill guy, he wanted to give us money for all the trouble his now ex-wife put us through, but we declined because he seemed like he was already going through a lot. My mom is now good friends with him and they go out for drinks every month. I don't know what's happened with entitled kid, but I hope I never see his face again. Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe and push the bell for notifications for future stories.